Welcome back, everyone. Gonna do a little work on the F550 7.3 Power Stroke. I've already done a little diagnosing on the number 8 misfire. If you click up here, if you haven't seen that. But I'm gonna go and tear it apart some today and see if we can figure out what's going on here. So number 8 is on, it's the back cylinder on this side. So according to the computer, everything else is checking out. So I'm gonna pull this side apart and see what we can find. There's a fair amount of stuff you have to pull off this engine before you can get to the valve covers. And the injectors are underneath the valve covers. So we're gonna take off the airbox, the top half of it, and the air charge pipe here. This would be the hot side. It can be pretty hard on these clamps using an impact on them, especially the one on the outlet of the turbo. There's not very many threads on it, and you'll cold weld the threads to the nut. So it's best to do the final tightening with a hand wrench. I like to use a pretty long extension to get the ones in the front. It's just easier that way. This is a fairly low mileage truck, so it is possible that this has never been apart before. It still has the factory style clamps. Here's what it's looking like so far. We got to take this apart and a little bit more, and we'll be in that valve cover. A lot of times taking this breather off damages the O-rings underneath, but there's no real good way to get the valve cover off without doing that. The oil gets on them and they spread out. I don't want to be blowing a whole bunch of stuff in these holes here, so I'm just gonna loosely wipe some of this off. Some of these rear bolts can be fun to get out. You gotta use a swivel. And now the valve cover should just pull right off. There you have all your injectors, your glow plugs, and your under valve cover harness. Next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull all the glow plugs out of this side. We're going to do a compression test before I even touch that injector. We don't need the under valve cover harness on to do the compression test, so we'll just get that completely out of the way. I don't know if they still make this socket, but this is a Carlisle 10mm CR-V. It really works good on these glow plugs. It's a 1/4-inch drive, so it's kind of neck down there. Gets around the injector and the rocker arms and whatnot. Still can be kind of tricky to get them off there. Now that we have all the glow plugs out, we're going to lay some paper towels down on here, some rags, whatever, because some oil went down in the glow plug holes. And we're going to rotate the engine over and blow that out. Now that we have all the oil blown out of the cylinders, we can go get our diesel compression tester out. This is a Lang TU1553. This covers a fair amount of different vehicles. Up here is all the different adapters that it includes, all the ones with the little mark by them. We are looking for the 15-22A, which is this hose right here. And we'll need this. And then the rest we can set aside. So the way this works is you just screw this down in through the glow plug hole. And it has an O-ring on the end, so you don't have to get crazy with it. And then you just couple this up, pull that back. There you go. Cylinder number 2. We're at about 380 psi. Cylinder number 4. $345. Cylinder number 6. $375. Now the cylinder that we were all wondering about, cylinder number 8. About $345. So Yeah, cylinder number 8 is a little low, but it is right in line with cylinder number 4. I think that's a good sign that doing some injector work will get rid of the misfire. Well guys, I'm gonna end this one off here. We got a little bit low compression on cylinder number 4 and number 8, but it's not like a complete lack of compression. So I think next step is to pull number 8 injector and give that thing a look. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Join me next time. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of this thing. Take care and God bless. You want to run them?